throw the whole 2020 away. That's how I'm feeling these days. It seems like at the end of last year, when Nipsey passed, there's been a domino effect coming into 2020 where significant brothers and sisters have died. And I'll look at police brutality, COVID-19, and these random deaths, and I have to come to terms with the fact that in respect to the families who are mourning the passing of their relatives, that certainly there are some crisis actors involved. And you could call it a conspiracy theory all you want, but at this particular point, I'd be saying this to myself. After the George Floyd death, who would shoot a black man in his back 7 times? Like, knowing that racial tensions are higher than it's ever been before, knowing that the country has been in an extreme state of disarray. What would possess someone to shoot a black man 7 times and for the media to publicize it? Because the media doesn't necessarily publicize everything. They just found like over 30 children that were kidnapped the other day. And that didn't make the news big time. They pick and choose what makes the news. And so the way I'm feeling about all of this is there's some crisis actors. And I personally feel that we're not responding the way they anticipated us to respond. So they have to turn it up until we finally lose our mind. Because one thing about black people, you can make us out to be drug dealers and gangbangers and all sorts of murderers. But it's a fact that we've never really retaliated or led an official insurrection in this day and time in light of the slavery that has transpired. How aggressive are black people really? We cry for justice, but we never want revenge. We want revenge on our own brothers and sisters, but we never want revenge against the white folks that perpetrate these violent racial acts of animus. We cry for justice when white people are involved, and we scream revenge when our own people are involved. We are not the aggressive people we would like to believe that we are. And sure, rappers may talk all that gangster stuff, and we like to put that on black folks, but when I look at the movies, Hitman and all these other movies, those are white people portraying themselves as murderers, as serial killers, as assassins. We learned this stuff from the media. All that I'm saying is, it's time to live life to the fullest, people. I'll tell you this. Aside from the black woman being my God, I'll tell you this. It's very clear the direction that the world is going in right now. And you'd be a fool if you don't squeeze the juice out of life right now. I'm not saying that the world is going to end. I'm just saying, we don't even know who's going to be next. We don't know how intense this is going to get, because at this particular point in time, I just feel like they want a certain type of response and they're not getting the response that they want out of us. I feel like they're not getting the response they want out of us, and they're turning it up another level. And after this brother has been shot in his back in front of his children, after George Floyd, all this tension, Kobe Bryant dies, Nipsey Hussle dies, Chadwick dies. These people are all significant in the black community as far and as well as their contributions. And then COVID-19 got people losing their businesses like we've never seen before. The combination of all these things has people on the edge. And still we're being ensued with this racist activity. As if the American community isn't going through it enough, as if the world community isn't going through it enough. And then they're talking about in January moving this dollar out of here and dealing with the digital currency. Oh my goodness. Listen, at this particular point in time, yo, you ain't gonna tell me I shouldn't turn up. But what I'm not about to do is allow these people to have me put my head down. I'm not gonna have these people have me with my head low. I'm not going to be out here looking depressed. I'm not about to do that. You're not about to have me looking like I'm so overwhelmed by them killing us that I'm not going to enjoy life. Because when I leave this planet and I have to have communion with my ancestors, I will not sound so ungrateful as to say that my time on earth was hell. I'm going to say I was given much adversity. I'm going to say I was given a lot of trials put before me. But I'm grateful.